We greet you with much love and joy. This is your celestial team. Your celestial team. And of course, Judith as well, but you can see that. But we are talking now. And why are we here? We're talking more about your power tools, are we not? Why do you suppose you have a celestial team? You have a celestial team watching you, cheering you on, giving you pointers, reminding you of who you are. Do you think it's because you're powerless? Do you think it's because you're poor, helpless creatures stuck on some planet in the corner of a galaxy who don't matter at all? Why would that be? It is because you are powerful. It is because the celestial skies are watching you and love you and are cheering for you because you are the one who's going to make the universe turn. You are not helpless. You are not powerless. You do not need to be rescued. We give you power tools. Do we give you power? No. Do you need anyone to? No. We remind you of ways to use your power because you have it. And you always have. And now is the time, beloveds, to remember your power. And don't think that you don't. Why are you watching? You're watching because you have power, and at some level, you know it. The bird knows it too. So we give you tools. And many say, I don't have any power. That's nice talk. It's kind of woo-woo, you know. It's nice, and I like to hear it, but I don't think I have any power. Of course you don't think you have any power. The third dimensional brain is a treadmill that keeps you repeating and doing patterns. It doesn't think you have power. It is not meant to think you have power. It's a good tool, though, to use when you align it with your power. Many of you think you don't have power because you're afraid to have power. Afraid of your own power. Why? Because it's a responsibility, isn't it? It's a big responsibility. That's one of the reasons, by the way, that it's taken this long for you to grow into your power. And you have, and that's why we're here. Believe that. You are powerful. You don't, I'm sorry to say, have a choice about that. Whether you choose to believe it or not, you are. Because that is a choice you made before you ever got here. You've already chosen. Now you're here to remember that you've chosen. To find your way back, to reascend. Reascend. You are not simply ascending. You've been there. Now the game is, because you're such a master, to find your way back in the dark. Quite a game. Never, ever taken on by anyone, any being less than a master. It wouldn't even be allowed. It wouldn't be possible. There are reasons for this that have to do with energy, physics, as you call it. It wouldn't be possible. You wouldn't have been able to be here were you not powerful. And that brings us to another thing. This New Age idea. Here is this woman channeling a sky full of light beings right now, talking to you about how powerful you are. New Agey, isn't it? Very woo-woo. No. All of this is based on physics. Quantum physics. Some of which your physicists haven't even gotten to yet. The way energy works is the way energy works. We are reminding you of how to use your power energy consciously, responsibly, and masterfully. And we'll tell you another woo-woo thing. Power is love. Power is not domination. Doesn't need to be. It comes from love. Digest that. We hope you are digesting this, because it's your truth. We want to tell you because our camera person just let us know that we sound different today, and that people might wonder, is that the Celestial Team? They usually sound so fizzy. Well, it is. But as we've told you, there are many of us, many collectives amongst the Celestial Team. Sometimes certain of us step forward and do a little solo, you might say, or carry the melody. In this case, you might refer to us as the frequency technicians. That's who you're hearing right now. And it could change. So it's a good opportunity for you to discern frequencies and notice. Sometimes we braid together. Okay? We like that word. Okay? Okay. So where were we now? Your power. That's where we always are these days, is thinking about your power. And you have been afraid of it. You know, the truth is that all of you have done everything. You've had many lives on this planet and off. You've done it all. Played the dark and the light. You've been useful in all ways. But shall we say there have been times when you may have used your powers in ways that were hurtful and that caused you anguish? Oops, bad idea. I made a mistake there, right, with your power? Now as you are coming to 2012, December, there's all of this energy about a new cycle, about a cycle ending. That happened once before in Atlantis, and most of you were there. On some level, it raises trauma and fear, even more fear of power. Do you understand that? So now that you're thinking about power, it's scary for those reasons. This is not then. This is not then. That is over. You learned. You will not do that again. But you need your power to turn things around now, because they've been headed a little bit in that direction, wouldn't you admit? Going a little too far with certain sciences, ignoring the earth. All of that is you and lack of self-love. That's what needs to be turned around. Power is love. And the foundation of your power is self-love. That is what you'll do differently now, Master. We offer you technical support, advice, to help you get going, prime the pump, get your juices going again. Because in truth, once you claim your power, anything you do is a power tool. As long as you align with it and set your intention from your base of love, self-love, because all of you are one. And if you love yourself, it includes you all. And since you have done everything, you can have compassion for those who are making mistakes now or living more in the dark. And it is compassion that will turn things around. Power games. Children playing power games out on the schoolyard. Why? Because they feel so powerless. Those days are over. Power games create more power games. Violence begets violence. You're smart now. You can see that. Compassion, as your Yeshua says, will be your revolution. And your power tools will help you. Now, we review. Foundation of power, self-love. Tools, knowing your frequency signature. Very important because a lot of energies are swirling now. Do you hear them? Right on cue. And it's important to know your frequency because if you are empathic or a sensitive, as you call people who are energy sensitive, you can feel all the frequencies around you in the collective. And it's important to feel them, to have compassion for them, but not get them confused with yours. Because as you recall, you may need to review. We have said that you're like a cell in a body. The cell needs to know what it's doing. An organ needs to know what it's doing in order to be a useful part of the whole. If it gets all confused because there's all, look at all these cells and organs and blood. Whoa, look at all that's going on in here. Well, I don't know which I am. That's of no use to you, is it? We laugh, but it's true. Power tools come from self-love, discernment, and knowing your frequency signature. All of these are innate. As you practice, you'll see that you do them already more than you know. And then, now that we wanted to set this, we wanted to let you know that this is physics, that you are powerful, and why it's important before we went on. There are many power tools we have to tell you. We have to tell you about the power of your being in your body, the power of the moment, the power of so many things that we can't even pick them out and label them, but we will be giving them all to you. So, stay tuned, as you say. We love you.